Hey, we're back. Happy New Year, and we thought we would add in an extra little video over the holidays. Some of you might have seen the Fibre Arts tag.
I hadn't.
It's been going around for a while, and I just have been watching all the back episodes of the Stranded podcast with Amy Florence, and she did one recently, so I thought we would do the same. So we'll just...
Recently in her life or in
No,
your watching?
Actually, over Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Like just before Christmas, so the 23rd or something.
Okay. So we're not terribly behind.
So we're not terribly late. If she can do it a week ago, we can totally do it this week.
Okay.
So we'll just jump in. And if you have been here before, thanks for coming back. And we hope you had nice holidays if you celebrate. And hope the new year brings you lots of yarny goodness.
And 2018 is better than 2017 for everyone. Because even if you had a good year,
it's always good to be better.
But, yes.
So, yeah, we'll just jump in. And,
okay.
So first question is, who are you?
I'm Cindy.
Okay, we'll do the whole spiel. I'm Angèle, but in Western Canada, that doesn't work because I get Angelie and Angele and Angela, which I hate. So I have gone by Angel for ages. But friends call me Ange or Lou. And I'm a spinner and dyer and knitter and crocheter and all the crafty things. I'm a
knitter and crocheter, and I have dyed, but I wouldn't consider myself a dyer. And I have spun, but I hated it, so I'm not a spinner. I have woven. I have loomed. We call it looming. Loom.
I will be looming.
Yes, she's getting a loom. A loom. Everything is a loom. Okay, sorry. And I do chainmail. I'm a chainmailer. Yeah, sure. I'm a mailer. Right. Yes, it is actually the term.
Oh yeah, and I'm a soap maker and lotion maker.
We do a little of everything, and we're entrepreneurs. which means that we own a business, which means that we are plumbers and bookkeepers
and electricians if it's basic,
and arts and crafts people,
cleaners,
and
trainers,
chefs,
computer techs,
bakers.
Yeah.
Yes, computer techs. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Carpet cleaners. Yeah. We do a little of everything.
Painters.
Oh, yes. Don't get me started on painting.
Anyway,
we almost killed each other while doing renos for the store. Anyway, so this is going to take us forever if we keep talking like this. Yeah. So, question 2. When or why did you start knitting, crocheting, spinning, weaving? Oh, God, that's going to...
So I started knitting basically in 2007. We took a class actually together at our local yarn shop.
You got to stop banging on the table.
I talk with my hands. I'm French.
That's fine, but don't also lean on the table and bang it.
I say yes. Earthquake. It wasn't me. It was an earthquake.
No. It was the Star Trek when the ship gets hit and everything jiggles all over the place.
Or Stargate before they fixed the DHD.
Oh, God. Okay, we're
And
nerds.
now that we've digressed
we forgot. In question 1, we're nerds.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we both started knitting in 2007. Cindy actually showed me how to crochet just before that. So 2006 or early 2007.
Yeah.
And I started spinning the next year, so 2008. And weaving, I did my first weaving last year and loved it. So I just got myself a loom for Christmas, and I'm very excited. So.
Technically, I learned how to knit when I was a kid. Didn't you too?
Yeah, but I mean,
I did one project and went, I hate knitting. I'm never knitting again.
Yeah.
I learned how to crochet when I was a kid, and I knew how, and then I only picked it up. I picked it up again in like 2005, and then we took the class in 2007 because I saw a pattern that I wanted to knit, so I decided to learn how to knit. And then I never knit the pattern. Well, I knit half of it and went, yeah.
She did do that.
I did, yeah.
Your favorite or proudest make is number 3.
I have no clue. Do you have one for this?
Actually, I do. Probably my accidental stole, called accidental stole because I spun the singles and wasn't thinking and wound them off before I plied them, and I intended to ply it, and I'd never done singles before, and I didn't like knitting with singles, and I am the type to usually just abandon a project if it gets to that point, but I persevered. So I finished it. I looked up how to finish singles and finished them and then knit them, and it was just a basic stole, but I love it. It turned out really great. If you've been here since the beginning, you would have seen a little 3-color Honui stockinette.
So that's your
scarf.
proudest.
So probably,
Do you have a favorite? See, I can't think of a proudest.
I don't know about a favorite.
I think my
the one
favorite
I'm working
is,
on at the moment
yes,
is probably
always.
always my favorite.
I'd say my favorite is probably my my strangely enough crocheted, but my blanket with all the little scrappies. Just because it's so much fun and it's so colorful and it has all these memories because it's all my little scrappies and all my friends gave me scraps for it and stuff like that.
Yeah. Now that you say that, my favorite was probably my first plaid blanket because I used it until it fell apart, which is why I'm making another one. So you'll probably see that on the podcast in the coming weeks. Now that it's cold, it's time to finish
Except
blankets.
It's warm again.
Yeah.
Yay! It was 0 degrees.
It was like -40 2 days ago,
Yes.
and it was -1 yesterday.
Yeah. Yay!
It's a jump. -40 is the same in Celsius and Fahrenheit. That is cold. So
now it's 0, which is
32.
Okay, I'm like, I don't know.
-40 to 32 in one day is a big jump. Anyway.
Oh, okay. You can ask this one.
Oh, okay. What is your most disastrous make?
I have no... I mean, I've had many disastrous makes. It's not like I have a third sleeve or anything. No, I don't know. Do you have any?
Probably those first Farrell mitts I did.
Oh, and they were like baby mitts. They were about this big around.
I had tested the size, and the cuff wasn't colorwork, and I tested it, and it fit snugly, which is what I wanted because I like that. So I kept on. And didn't really pay close attention to how tightly I was carrying the floats. So they looked gorgeous, but there was no way they were fitting me. So disastrous, not in that they didn't turn out, but in that they weren't useful because they didn't fit. So
I don't know. Because I've never actually finished something that ended up disastrous. Because
yeah. We're both process knitters. We're happy to rip back and start over.
Yeah, I just like the knitting. So I don't know. Yeah. My finished project that I never ever wore, I knit a cotton sweater that was really cute, and I wore it for one day. I wore it for
Knit in Public Day in Calgary.
Yeah, Worldwide Knit in Public Day, and then it sat in my drawer for 5 years.
A while.
No, longer than that. I just pulled it out last year, just before Christmas last year. I think 2 weeks ago. No, this last summer. And I ended up ripping it out because I was like, I'm never going to wear it.
At least you can reclaim the yarn that
So
way.
I'm making a shawl-y thing out of it, a stole, basically.
Yeah.
Which you'll see at some point. Yeah. 5, do you have a favorite place to buy yarn or fiber?
I do. Actually, I have probably 3 favorite places. The most common one is here. Because we tend to order in the yarn that we love.
Yeah.
So, like, I love Fleece Artists, I love Mal, so I buy those a lot, and I buy those from us. My favorite online stores are...
I know one of them.
Heavenly Wools, because I love the Honui. I just finished spinning some more of it last night, and it's amazing. And I also love the Mal fiber. We don't carry it at the store, but when we place a Malabrigo order, I usually... tack in an order for myself for Malabrigo fiber because the noob is fabulous and it makes the squishiest yarn. So those are my favorites.
Mine, I mean, I shop here, and other than that, it's just I don't have a favorite. I mean, there's lots of places I love, but I will buy yarn everywhere. If shipping wasn't so horrendous in Canada and we weren't so broke, there are a few Etsy shops that I would definitely buy more at. What's the one with the gradients?
Elfenvol?
Something Vol.
I think it's Elfenvol.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. Anyway, sorry I didn't look it up first.
I've also...
She kind of sprung me on this. Well, she told me about it, but I hadn't seen the questions at all. So I'm like, I don't know. But yeah.
I think
about to say something else.
Oh, I was going to say, and I don't love knitting with cotton a lot, but we also found MC Patterns on Etsy recently, and I absolutely love her cotton, and that's our oven because the chicken's ready. So I'm going to pause.
Do you want to keep talking?
No, we'll pause.
I'll be back.
We'll be back.
Okay, we're back. We've got 10 minutes until the timer beeps again, so let's see what we can get through.
We're so close to chicken, so let's plow on with question 6.
Dude,
Oh, 6 is, what is your most used or most loved pattern?
that's easy for me. Stop hitting the table.
Sorry.
That's really easy for me. It's the Cool House by Jared Flood. Though I haven't knit one in ages now.
That's true. You may have gotten Cool Host out.
Yeah, possibly. It's a great hat pattern. The design looks like the public library in, I think it's Seattle, which is designed by a
Mr. Koolhaas.
architect named Koolhaas, and I love it. I have knit at least 9, I think probably more than that. I just kind of stopped keeping track.
Yeah.
Recently, I really like the Apple Pie by Tin Can Knits.
Yeah. Tin Can Knits, I'm really liking lately. As things get stressful, I like the basic
The
knits.
easies, yeah.
So,
What's yours?
mine, the one I've made the most is definitely the Amanda hat.
Oh yeah, you've done
I've made lots of that one, and it was the first kind of flat-topped hat that I tried, and it was the first one that looked not ridiculous on me, so I made it again and again and again and again, and it's a great one for charity and gifts and stuff too. So I made lots of that one. So.
Okay, your most dreaded knitting, crocheting, spinning task.
Weaving in ends.
See, I don't mind the actual weaving in ends, except on that blanket where I had like 250 ends to
I
weave
hate
in.
weaving in ends, especially on lace.
Okay, I hate blocking.
Yes, you do.
Because my knees are bad and my back is bad, so being down on the floor trying to pin something out, and the table's never clear enough to actually block on the table, even though we have a decent sized table.
That's my fault.
I could bring them here and block them, but then if they're not dry,
Yeah.
where do I put them when we're open?
Sorry, you can't sit at table 9.
Yeah.
There's a shawl blocking.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay.
8.
8. And what's your favorite task?
Knitting? I like Kitchenering.
That's weird.
I know.
Mine is probably spinning. Of all of those, spinning is my favorite. So.
Do you like spinning the singles, not the plying, right?
Yeah, I don't mind plying, but spinning the singles, because that's where you start to see the color come out and how the color is going to play together. So.
Okay. What's your favorite crafty entertainment?
Knitting podcasts?
Is that like entertainment that is crafty, or what you watch while you're being crafty?
Oh, well, what I watch while I'm being crafty is knitting podcasts lately. It used to be hockey, but my hockey team sucks right now. So
yeah.
Podcasts. I am 2 episodes away from being caught up on Stranded podcasts. So next, I think, is going to be Skein-Deer to catch up all of them. And I'm keeping up. Sorry, I'm keeping up with all the new ones too. So
I used to watch a lot of knitting podcasts. I don't so much anymore. I've got a few that I'm behind on, probably about 4 or 5 episodes.
Oh, that's
maybe
not bad.
more on Cozy Up because they're every week. I love them, but I haven't. I have a TV in my room now that has Netflix, so I've been watching a lot of Netflix. And audiobooks. I've discovered that, so I love audiobooks, except I like non-fiction audiobooks. I don't know why. I think with fiction, I'm like, I could be reading this faster.
I've got to try some audiobooks again. I think that.
Yeah, I got to find some good non-fiction. Like a couple I got from the library were like 28-hour ones, and they kept me going for a while.
For a while. What? For patterns. Do you prefer books, magazines, Ravelry, or would you rather make up your own?
I do a lot of making up my own, but I love Ravelry for patterns. So amazing. Even stuff I have in magazines, I will like have them in my library on Ravelry, and then I'm like, oh right, I just have to go find that now. Half the time I can't find it, but I tend to, for a lot of things, if it's something I've knit before, I just, like a hat, I just make it up.
Yeah. Ravelry is definitely my thing. Like, I'll spend hours picking out the picking up the best pattern for the yarn I want to knit.
Last night, I swear, she spent 2 hours on Ravelry, Irish and talk.
About 2.5, actually.
Oh my goodness. Looking for the perfect pattern for this yarn and didn't find anything.
Yeah. I'll find something.
Yeah.
So I decided to spin instead.
Okay. What's your favorite brand of knitting needles or crochet hooks? And for spinning, what is your favorite wheel?
Well, for spinning, I've loved all 3 of my wheels for very different reasons. One was an antique, I guess it's antique. It's out of production now. It's from the 70s.
Antique.
Leclerc Nihilus. And it was fabulous. She was temperamental, but man, she made nice yarn. And she was Giselle. And she was double drive with a single treadle. So it took a little while to get used to the single treadle, but I loved the double drive. And then I got a Spinolution Mach 3, which I absolutely loved the ease of treadling. And when my knees were bad, it was really nice to not have to worry about it. And it ran forever. Like you could treadle once and it would spin around for like a minute. So that was fabulous. And now I have an Ashford e-spinner, which is fabulous because even if I'm watching something exciting, my pedaling doesn't get faster to make my yarn a different size. So it's more consistent that way.
My favorite knitting needles are knit picks. Nickel. I can't do wood at all because I knit too tight and I end up having to like push the stitches off. But their nickel plateds are great. I just like that the tips are pointy but not ouch.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're fabulous. I love them.
Knit picks are probably my favorite.
Plus, I don't have the money to try anything else out. And as you can see, we sell knit picks here.
We can get them at a good rate. I really like the knit picks because I like that they're interchangeable and they're affordable. So if you do, sit on a needle and break where it joins, you can afford to replace it a little more easily. And yeah, I love how sharp they are. They're not quite as sharp as like Haya Sharps, which I find too stabby. But they're about like the Haya Steels, which are my second favorite.
I've never tried them.
I only like the fix though. I don't like the way they join.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
12.
12. What is your favorite notion or tool? Do you have one?
The little scissors from Knit Picks.
They are great
The
scissors.
steeking scissors. They are just so sharp.
Yeah.
And they're fabulous. And they come with the little, I always lose the little lid thingy.
It has a cover to keep
Yeah,
the scissors
it's got-
close.
yeah.
In case you didn't know what this
lid
was.
lid thingy. Well, if you haven't seen them, yeah. I mean, they're basic. And I really like my little Kitchener dog tag. Well, it's not a dog tag because it's wood. By Burning Impressions on Etsy. Actually, they're Burning Impressions too on Etsy, but they've got their own shop now. I think it's burningimpressions.com.
Yeah.
And it is fab.
My favorite is probably a spinning tool. I bought a little guide that shows like wraps per inch of your singles to get a final yarn of a specific weight. So like if you're doing a 3-ply, it'll say you need to spin the yarn this thin to get a DK weight 3-ply, or this thin to make a 2-ply DK weight, that sort of thing. And so I laminated it. I love it. It's by my wheel all the time. So that's my favorite.
What is your current favorite project?
Well, I just finished one and ran out of yarn in a game of Yarn Chicken on the other, so not my current one this time. My current favorite project is probably my shawl, my hand-spun shawl that I'm doing right now. I'm about halfway through, and it's going to be fabulous when it's done. So,
if you take current to be something that
on the needles
is in progress, my blanket.
Yeah.
Because this has been in progress for a couple years already, and it will be in will be in progress for a couple more years, I'm sure. Though it's big enough to use as a lap blanket now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I finished one up. You'll see on the next podcast. I really like. I mean, I love the socks I'm knitting on. Yeah.
Blankie.
Blankie. I love my blankie.
What is your favorite place to knit, crochet, or spin in public?
Here. We don't get out much.
Here's about the only place we get out. So
we also sit and knit at restaurants.
Yes.
People recognize us at a couple of our usual restaurants because we sit down and we pull out our knitting immediately.
Yeah. There's actually one waitress in town who's like, "Oh, you're further than last time," or "Ooh, let me show you the sweater I'm making."
Yes, she was showing us her buffalo wool sweaters. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
but yeah.
So restaurants is the main one.
Yeah. So. What is your favorite Fibre Arts book? Oh, chicken again. Okay,
we're back.
So I had just asked, what's your favorite Fibre Arts book?
So I don't tend to use books much. I tend to use Ravelry because it's easier to scroll through a large number of patterns, but probably my favorite are my Stitch dictionaries. They're the only ones that I keep returning to. Or there is one book, I forget who it's by, but it's like the sweaters, or the Knitter's Book of Patterns.
Is that Ann Budd?
Yes. And it's like mix and match for every gauge.
Yes.
For like basic mittens, basic hats, basic whatever. There's a couple of sweaters. So I've used that quite a lot.
The sweater one, oh, there is like one sweater.
There's two sweaters, I think.
In the basic one,
like
and then there's a whole one that's sweaters.
Yeah.
They're fabulous. I think I don't use books much anymore either, but I have two. One is, it's a book about cast-ons and cast-offs.
Oh, it's called Cast-Ons, Cast-Offs.
It's fabulous. It has really good directions on all sorts of different cast-ons and
there's like 50 cast-ons and cast-offs. It's really comprehensive.
It's great. And then one that I used a lot when I first started was Knit Fix, which is just all about, okay, so this is what it looks like, what did you screw up, and how to fix it.
Yeah.
And we recommended that when we were teaching beginners knitting courses.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Because it wasn't just how to fix a drop stitch, for example. It's
how to recognize.
If your knitting looks like this is a drop stitch.
Yeah.
Then this is how you fix it.
Exactly.
Or if your knitting
looks like this, you have an accidental yarn over. Yeah.
Or you've crossed your cable the wrong way, and this is how you fix it. So it's being able to recognize it as well as how to fix it.
I really like that because I taught myself really early how to fix a lot of mistakes. I tend to end up fixing mistakes for other people now because I actually quite enjoy it.
Yeah.
But like I can drop down a cable as far as you need to go and recross them coming back up and stuff. So
yeah,
I've done that for a couple people and for myself because it's much easier than
knitting the whole block.
ripping it out and re-knitting. Yeah. Hey.
What? Oh,
Nope.
sorry. Do you have any other hobbies?
Chainmail. I do chainmail. I have other hobbies. Reading. I read.
You do.
And
You read lots.
I like to walk. I don't know if that's a hobby.
Yeah.
I've been really bad at it lately, because it's miserable out. Yeah. Hobbies.
We don't have tons of time. So our hobbies are sleeping because that's about how much of it we get to
I
do.
love to sleep.
Most of my hobbies right now are fiber.
Yeah.
It changes over the years. I used to love coloring and gaming.
I like to play games when there are people to play games with.
Yeah. I love card and board games, but
Pandemic.
rarely do.
Which
we did at Christmas, yeah.
which we need to do. I have Munchkin Shakespeare.
Oh, we haven't played that yet. We should totally do that.
You know what?
Tonight.
At some point, we could do a little
demo of some of our favorite games.
Not demos, because just say go to
Go
tabletop.
to tabletop and watch all the fabulous games.
It's a fabulous YouTube. Well, it's not a channel. It's on Geek and Sundry, but it's a show about playing board games, and it's fabulous. And it's Will Wheaton. Yeah. Yes, I like to play games.
Yeah,
I used to do it every Sunday, but I don't anymore.
Coming over.
Yeah.
I was thinking computer games as well, because I kind of disappear into a game when I play. I will pick up a game and then play it for 50 or 70 hours over a couple of days, and then
I should get out the Wii again.
We're
very old-fashioned in our computer games. Like we have
Wii is the high-tech thing in our house.
Wii is like the original Wii is
PlayStation and PlayStation 2 because I can't
just have
PlayStation 2 because it plays both.
And we have a Super NES.
I can't give up my Final Fantasy because I'm a nerd.
Yeah, we have Super NES.
So, hobbies, gaming, and I like making soap and lotions and stuff, but those are also work because I sell them here at the store. So
a lot of our hobbies
less
became
of a
work
hobby now. They're still fun, but
less so. Yeah. Is it me asking or you asking?
Go for it.
If you could meet anyone in the Fibre Arts community, who would that be?
I have no clue.
Oh.
I've met a few people at retreats before, and I really, really enjoyed Stephanie Pearl McPhee.
She's a sweetheart.
Really down to earth and really sweet, and just I loved her. But I can't think of anybody that I'd really love to meet.
Fangirl?
Yeah, it was just nice to talk to her because she was a nice lady.
Yeah,
not. Ooh, I'm gonna meet. Like I met Stephanie Chappelle and she was sweet.
Yes, and Cookie. Cookie A.
Cookie was
so
fun.
much fun. We wore tiaras on the bus.
Yeah.
I think now, I don't know, I wouldn't mind meeting Dan Jones and Kay Jones from Bakery Bears.
Yeah.
But I'm not a like must meet someone.
Yeah. I think probably the
My nose is always itchy.
the two I can think of that it would be fun to meet right now are Amy from the Stranded podcast, because I feel like we're similar in many ways.
Yes.
And then probably Ellie from Skein Deer Knits. She seems really sweet, and oh my god, I want her brain, and how naturally she comes by the color work is just amazing. So yeah.
Okay. You.
Me. Knit or crochet?
I like them both for different things, but I think my favorite is probably knitting. But I love crochet for how fast it works up, and I like knitting for the fabric you get.
Same. If I'm making garments of any, or clothing or anything like that, I want to knit them. But blankets, crochet 100% of the time. I have knit one blanket. I love it. It's on my bed every night except when it's in the wash. But it's the only knit blanket I will ever make. So
Weave or spin?
spin. But that might change in a week or so. So spin for now.
Weave, because I hate spinning. I spun enough for a little pair of hand spun, a little pair of fingerless mitts out of hand spun, and that was enough for me. I'm done spinning, but I do enjoy weaving. I didn't say it when we were talking about when we started stuff, but I learned how to weave when I was
when we were
junior high.
Oh
No, long before that. My youth leader taught me how to inkle. Weave with an inkle loom, which makes the little bands, and I loved it. And I just kind of, I keep trying to get into it, buying the stuff. I bought a loom and then never used it, and I got rid of it. And then I got another loom, and I've barely used it. But that, okay. Sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. Color or neutrals?
Color.
If I'm going to wear it, neutrals. But I love knitting color.
I like color.
I
like rainbows.
I love
Blues and greens.
Blacks and grays.
Well, and I mean, I really love blacks and grays. But blacks and grays, I don't really consider neutral.
They are.
I don't know why, but when I think neutral, I think
just
creams and tans and browns. And but I like blacks and grays with color as well.
That's true. My blanket that I'm crocheting right now is black with that color of red, which if you've watched before, you know I've referenced quite a lot because I love it. So.
Okay, sweater or socks?
Oh, okay. For the past 10 years, socks. I have knit exactly 2 sweaters and neither of them is finished. Well, the knitting is done, but I haven't done the bind off on both of them. But I'm in the mood for a sweater right now. I was actually looking at sweater patterns last night, so maybe sweater for 2018.
I guess socks, because I knit one sweater, even though I learned to knit because I had a sweater pattern I liked. And I don't really wear socks a lot. I'm trying to wear my hand knit socks more.
You can just knit them for me.
Yeah, okay.
But
the answer I think for me to sweaters or socks is hats.
I like that answer.
I like hats. I knit hats and I wear hats. Yeah. Okay,
so,
that's it.
So that's us.
Told you it would be longer than.
Yeah, she was right. I was like, it'll be quick. We'll do it today.
It's 21 questions with both of us talking.
If you'd like to join in, the questions will be in the description box below. And we'll add it to the special videos playlist on our channel. But,
we got to come up. If you have anything you'd like to see us do for a special video,
let us know.
I don't know. Tell you about Dawson Creek. Don't ask. It's boring.
You know what? I want to tag a couple of people to do this.